side by side. I can feel it, it burns like fire. Worlds collide, an unstable landscape, side by side. But that's what this man thinks. Be it might, and unlikely allegiance. We will fight because that's the best defense. No turning back, for such is our path. This day we find a glorious death. Glorious death. Our goal, our mission is clear as we ride against a dark empire. By my soul, may the last thing they hear be the roar of this raging fire. Listen, be the savagery mindset. Not today, we'll let loose and find it. Brutal will define our reaction. Rip out the throat of each one in their faction. No turning back, for such is our path. This day we find a glorious death. Fear not, my friend, for righteous the path. They shall remember glorious death. Glorious. The angels have fallen, my allies are beaten and broken down. I shed not a tear. After all, this is why we are here. A war we were not supposed to win. If I'm to die tonight, I'll kill every demon that stands in my spine. Go! You must say me a fool. I stand on the skeletons of every goal. But if I'm to die, well, this very night, I'll kill every demon that stands in us. No turning back, for such is our path. This day we find a glorious death. Fear not, my friend, for righteous the path. They shall remember glorious death. Make them remember glorious death. Glorious
Okay. And we are live. Let me there we go. Turn off the air conditioning so you're hearing on the background. That should be gone. But Braxcast Live is back on. Of course, last week there were some freaking and I'm tired. But we had some technical issues, so hopefully that won't be going on this time. And I am a nerd, and glad Ribbit HQ is hyped, so shout out to you guys. So, okay. But anyway, so we're going to remove that. But there's 3 more books, so I only got like about an hour. I'm going to have some friends over. So I don't have too much time to talk about all these 3 books. And of course, I'll do this basically, I think the format I did on Monday. I need to get to actually do it on Saturday, but oh man, Oof, man, I have really fallen off the ball. We'll just say that. But we do have do 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 do. I'm gonna get a copyright. We got Zay Comics in the chat. Nice to see you. So we got basically free books. These are all Exclave books, which is really cool. So we've got Salvage Exclave #2, continuing the story. That John Salvage didn't ask for war books, but I just read Detention Crew #2 and I liked it. So it was a good one. Although I want more Detention Crew because it clearly it comes to a good ending, but there are clear things in that book, Detention Crew #2, that oh my, is it really buffering again? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is then. Um, is it something with me? Oh boy. Is it something with my internet? Because I can't ever tell. But give me a second. Oh boy. Move that. But there's 3 more books, so I only got about an hour. I'm gonna have some friends. So we got basically, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, because I was just listening to the stream playback. It seems fine to me. But yeah, YouTube is apparently having issues. We got Evoy Music. Yeah, I got no idea. So it could be something with YouTube. Because I don't think restarting the stream is going to do anything. But like I said, I only got an hour, so I'm going to power through. And if you guys want to watch the stream on playback, and I'll respond to everything. But yeah, because I hate technical issues so much, but this might just be a YouTube thing with StreamYard. Because I honestly don't think making, because I had restarted the stream last week when I had technical issues. But we're gonna go into these covers. So cover A is by Pal Rodricks. It's got the classic noir style, just him climbing up a metal stairway. I mean, you see this pool of blood. It just really gives you that aesthetic. Just absolutely love that. Cover B is by Elton Tomasi with Felipe Felix as a colorist and colored Pal's cover. I just love Salvage's character design. It's probably I don't know. I just love John Salvage's character. Of course, Saoirse, she's I love curvy redheads, but honestly, John Salvage, he's just got this aesthetic. He's just got this cool noir aesthetic. That's what the kids like to say, that word. But just the style is just so cool, and the fact that he's got the super hearing and the hat, and it's just man, it's so freaking cool. And this is a really cool cover, as well. Absolutely love this cover. Yeah, Salvage's design is really eye-opening. So we got Ricky Pina as the artist, Felipe Felix as the colorist. This is our foiled and embossed. This is definitely the pinup cover. And I'm at the point where I cannot afford to buy all the covers anymore. But I'll show them off basically like this. So we got Merc Lounge in the chat. So I'm basically going to go over all of these covers, and then I'm going to call it a night pretty early because, like I said, I got some company coming over at 8. But we are doing a live stream tomorrow evening on Toxic Nick's channel. We're going to be talking a lot of Rippaverse, so hopefully there aren't going to be any buffering issues then. But if you're oh, I like watching that nerd Joker talk about comic books or whatever reason, there will be more of that this weekend. So I know Garfield loves those streams, so just keep an eye out for Toxic Nick. Nick, we usually, I think, do it around 7 or so. But anyways, I gotta hit the books because I just started Detention Crew #2. I'm going to read the rest of the books I have this weekend, and then over the course of the next couple of days, you're going to see a whole bunch of reviews come out from Bell Room Publishing, and then over the course of this week as well, I'm going to really use that to catch up. But anyways, we're going to just keep going. So that's cover C. And next, we're going to go to cover D, which is by Rafael Antunes and Rohev Umel. So this is the mass print cover, and this is some Silver Age, like it's like chef's kiss. Honestly, you put like a character box and like some text like Salvage's biggest challenge yet, or you know, Salvage didn't ask for the supernatural war to come to him, or whatever. This could have been a retro cover, and like Riververse is sorely lacking retro covers like recently. Like this is one of my criticisms. Of course, like I'll criticize the Riververse when I feel like it's justified. Well, why aren't there any retro covers? There haven't been basically since the pre-order system has launched, and I think that's a shame because those have been some of the best covers, and I will stand by and say that the best cover for the Riververse has been Frank Fosco's. I don't know which one it was, but Frank Fosco's retro cover of Zalen. I say that's the best cover for the Riververse. Hey, I gave you all a retro cover with Arcstream. Did we get an Arcstream? I'm not sure. I'd have to check Arcstream. Which cover are you talking about? How did your favorite? So we'll open and we'll see. Maybe I'm drinking the box wine. Let's see. Is it because it's either going to be one, two. Oh, it's certainly not that one. I mean, are you talking about 2 cover B? Yeah, Zalen cover B. Yeah, that's the best cover of the group. But anyways, so we got cover C, we got cover D. But let's see. And then we'll check Arcstream. False call. Okay, let's see. Arcstream. Let's see. Cover B. Oh yeah, I think I will. Oh, see, I can't really see cover B, but yeah, this is the best. Yeah, so I can see cover B. It's got the Riververse code of ethics. It's got that. I mean, it's got the retro cover like overlay, but the art isn't like as. Yeah, because I don't have the asset pulled up. I probably have it saved because I must have printed this out or saved the picture, so it's probably on my computer. But I don't feel like getting it. But yeah, I mean, it does have the retro feel with the overlay, the Riververse code of ethics, but it's not as retro as like something like Frank Fosco's cover. So but I do appreciate like that. But like I said, like something that's like designed from the ground up to be a retro cover, I think would be cool. But that is definitely in the retro style. But just like the art does not feel as like retro as like this, to me is like really channeling like I don't know Dick Tracy's from the 80s, but like something like that. Like a classic like noir style from like the 70s to the 80s. And I absolutely love that. And you just like would have to put like reverse code of ethics and like some text overlays, and that would be a true retro cover to me. So Frank Fosco's art style wouldn't jive with Zephyr. Yeah, no, I can understand that. That makes sense. So I'm not sure, if like but you probably could look at like Flash covers from like the 80s or the 90s. I'm not sure when Flash's character was, but like going for like that and like trying to emulate that because he is a speedster, right? I know it's not only Flash. You had that speedster from Image Comics. I forget her name that inspired her or inspired him. I ought to say. But yeah, but like I said, that cover we were just looking at, that really jives. That's basically a retro cover to me. It's just not Like it doesn't have all the icing, but the cake is there. If that makes sense to, hopefully that makes sense. Makes sense to me. So basically, Ron Kopp. This is the continuation of Lillian and Michael Renashi's Exclave escapades. Oh yeah, Velocity. So I might. There's so many dang comic books to read these days. But yeah, so we've got. So we're going to move on to. We're going to move on to Ron Kopp Exclave #2, Cake. Yeah, so like you think like the cake is like the base layer, and then like the icing is like the text overlay, the Rippaverse code of ethics. Like that's what I'm thinking of in my mind. Um, yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I guess I haven't been sleeping all that well. Or I go to bed like too late, but whatever. But I didn't work out today, so that might be why I'm a bit tired. And also, I did a lot of driving yesterday. Oh, whatever. There is. We'll go. Like I said, I only have so much time. I got like 45 minutes, and I got some friends coming over. So, not that I want to geeky guys out or anything like that. So we got Kanan White and Marcos Martins at the colorist, and this is Kanan White kills every time he does a cover. This is no exception. I just love you've got like Michael. Like honestly, the dress shirt and the dress pants, no suit. It's a really cool look. Michael pulls it off really well, and of course, Lillian in that black dress. It's just chef's kiss. Absolutely love it, and just like the apocalyptic aesthetic at the background, like this is like I'd say movie poster level, art in terms of its layout, and definitely in terms of the quality of the art. Of course, Marcos is such great color work. We got Alfred McLord and Felipe Felix as the colorist, and of course you've got basically I forget his his band of was it like Nightmare? Oh man, I can't remember the name, but basically he's got like his honeys here contract because he is a music he owns a record label, Copper Records. Absolutely love that. But this is just like it's very emblematic of Copper's character. Absolutely love it. So, and then we got cover C, which is by Vince L. Tabanas, and this is defoiled and embossed, and it's just a solo of Lillian. I wouldn't quite call this a pinup, but this is just a solo shot of Lillian, and it's done quite well. But it definitely looks very nice. But it's not a pinup. A pinup is something that's drawn like intentionally to be provocative, right? And this really isn't. I mean, of course, it looks nice, but like this isn't like the Dirty Deeds cover, right, or something along those lines, or like the Saoirse covers where like there's drawn very intentionally to be sensual. This is drawn just to show off Lillian using her powers in a cool pose with some very nice lighting. And then we've got the D cover, which is by Edu Mena and Rogevo Umel. And this is just showing Michael and Lillian. It's pretty simple, but of course, this is the mass print cover, so can't expect it to be. A lot of the D covers are quite nice, but absolutely love this. Very ladylike position for Lillian to be sitting in. Of course, Michael. It's got the glowing eyes. Absolutely love that. We haven't really seen Michael use his powers all that much in Black Eyed Club #1. It's really more or less his physical prowess you see, and not necessarily him using his eye powers. So it'll be quite interesting to see more of that. I'm not sure if we'll see it Ron Kopp. Decent chance we will, because they're probably going to be challenged by the Devlings a lot, and hopefully we see more in Black Eyed Club #2. But anyways, that is the other Exclave book, and these are all #2s, and these are basically like, hey, these are continuing the stories. I'll probably try it, but I think I'll comment more of these on the Saturday episode of Braxcast. We'll just basically read these out, give my take on these, because I'm switching when stuff like this to the format of just recording in OBS, so that way I can actually look at all the covers and comment on them, which I think is it's better for me, because instead of just reading out what the covers are, I can actually comment on them, and then I can talk about the story. I can read out the I could read out the descriptions, and I think there are people. I have one review on Apple Podcasts. Someone who was looking for, so there probably are people who like listen to the episodes of Braxcast. So if I read out the story descriptions or just give a synopsis of them, synopsis of the synopsis, basically, you know, the shortened version of that, people will probably will appreciate that. But anyways, we've got the Fontano Exclave book, and this is, you know, the final of the 3 books. And as Ripa has said, I wasn't there for the live stream. I just forgot it happened. And then by the time I remembered, oh, there's a live stream, it was like an hour. I don't love Ron or Cop. I like good guys, but man, they do a good job making you want to read their books. Yeah, FLA, they're good. I like, you can check out my reviews for Black Eye Club and The Cursed, but I think they're good. And you don't necessarily need I don't know. I don't think you necessarily need to always be following the good guy. Now, of course, like the anti-hero trend is like something that's been played to death, but I wouldn't consider like Lillian and Michael to be anti-heroes. They're straight up villains. Like they have bad intentions, and they are very upfront about that. Of course, like in The Curse, like it's like Michael has bad intentions in the Black Eye Club from the start, and Lillian, it just doesn't seem like she does. But anyways, I like these characters, and I think like a story where like, yeah, it follows villains and it just like they're upfront about being villains, you can get a lot of good story from that. But like, yeah, the anti-hero has been definitely played to death. Let's see. That's what I'm saying. I keep hoping they're bad books, and the opposite. Yeah, they're good books. So I mean, if you don't want to read them, then you know that's fine. But like, I think they're good books, and I think you ought to read them. But you know, that's just me as a Rippaverse super fan. So we've got cover A. This is by Laura Kings, and of course, you know, Darren just sitting at a table, you know, guns all out. He's got his whiskey and his cigar. Maybe I should say Hennessy. But I'm confirming being stereotypical, aren't I? But anyways, and basically cover B is by Pau Rodricks and Prince Adareo. Pau doing another cover. I mean, when are you going to give this guy some interior work? Like, I know Andrew's going to say NDA, I can't talk about this, but Pau needs to do some interior work for you guys on the Rippaverse. Like give him a book. And I'd say a short story would be cool, but like give him a book. Because he is a fantastic artist. Dare I say a perfect artist. If you guys get that reference, then I love you. But this is a fantastic one. Of course, like he's taking a bit of liberty with like how Fontano's character looks. If that's, I'm not sure if that is Fontano, or if it's like a Marcus Hale rises as a rival force. So this could be Marcus Hale because it doesn't really look like Darren Fontano. So there's decent chance this is Marcus Hale as a rival force. But you know, this is just it's such a great style, and Pau is a fantastic artist, and I really need him to have some interior art for the Rippaverse because he just did such a great job with Perfect 10 that he really deserves to have a gig with you guys. The cover is Hale. Okay. I'm looking at cover B for Fontano Exclave too. This is cover B. If it is, but no, it is. Well, my formatting. But if you take a look, Andrew, this is cover B. There could be some buffering, but I'm looking at cover B for Fontano Exclave too. Oh, the cover is Marcus Hale. That's what you're saying. Not that it was by Hale. Okay. We have. So I was right. That is Marcus Hale. Okay. I thought you were saying it was done by. That was the artist name. No, that's Pau Rodricks. Okay. I am just a freaking idiot. So Callie Eduarte is doing cover C, and I love this one. So not only is this like, we'll show this off, but we have this poster of from Isom Free, and I've got my free posters here in the back that I absolutely love. And one of them is Isom versus Fontano. So not only is it like a reference to that in my mind, but this is very much so emblematic, and I guess I like that word. I don't have it, but like if we look at item number 1, cover B, and we compare it, and I think we will do that. Like I said, this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream, or it is going to be a short stream. Just like I said, because I've got company coming over, and I can't do Saturday because I'm doing the Saturday stream. So we will be making up for. I will be making up for that particularly shorter stream or today. But anyway, so you look at this is our goal. This is our this is a CGC, but you look at that and then you take a look at this. Very, very similar in terms of the pose of the characters. So I do love that this is basically like a reference to ISOM 1 cover B, which is it was my original reading copy. If it's a shorter stream, hope everyone comes by my stream after the hang. Yeah, go over to Z Comics and watch them. They do great stuff. But we're going to go over the final cover, so which is by Callie Eduarte. So which is X out of there, X out of there, X out of there. And this is a very simple one. You know, you got the 8-ball here. You got the, oh yeah, this is whiskey, the grenade, all the cash, the cigarette butts. And then you've got Fontano. So it's very much like a quite the gangster aesthetic, which, you know, Darren really is good at cultivating. And I do like this cover. And this is a good mass print cover. But that is all 3 of the covers for the reverse. And like I said, this is definitely a bit of a, like I said, I definitely am rushing myself. Hopefully there aren't too many buffering issues, but it just could be that YouTube is having issues. So maybe if you guys are like watching on Twitter or you're watching me on Twitch, then you aren't having those issues. And I was doing like a little bit of playback on YouTube. It seemed fine to me. So yeah, now there is a lot to look forward to, everybody. And this is just like, this is 3 books that just released. I mean, we can take a look. No, man, it's so freaking hot out, man. And it's like hot in here. So I turn off the AC so that way you guys don't have to hear my freaking AC blasting. Yeah, it cleaned up. It was choppy early, but it's been fine for a while. Okay, that's good. So it could just be something with YouTube then. Because I don't think it's anything with my setup. Oh yeah, the thing was, I've switched my StreamYard account. But anyways, I did get the promotional pricing for going with a new like email, so I like that. So, but we'll see if I can keep it, because like 1 year of StreamYard, I think, man, I forget his name because he was covering. Oh man, he came on my one of my first streams. But anyways, that's like aside the point. But yeah, StreamYard, I remember him talking about like, oh, StreamYard, the price of StreamYard, like StreamYard is, let's see, I don't know. I really don't feel like getting into the weeds. What I want to get into the weeds though is look at all of these. These are just the pre-orders, man. And look at this. This is ridiculous how many books there are. Absolutely love this. So we're around, so Detention Crew Part 2 has been released. So we're getting these books later in August. Alpha Core 3 has been out for a while now. So yeah, but the next 2 books on the release schedule are the Hellbound Stagecoach and the Horseman number 3. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, thank you. Even the big dudes have weird tech crap here and there. It wasn't a big deal at all. Yeah, but it always sucks to have technical issues. But this is something that like I've accepted in terms of like making content, is that there are going to be problems and issues, and you just roll with the punches. Like I missed stuff and I've been late before, and you know, it's not like I've got like any sort of ad deals or anything like that. So yeah, Mark is asking if you're going live tonight, Evelyn. But yeah, no, it just is what it is. So like you can't win them all. So yeah, no, pumped for Hellbound. So that's coming out later this month. So in like about just over 2 weeks, August 25th. And you know, this is really nice because the Riververse is actually very steadily releasing books. which is nice. And this is the thing that has I want to say it's revolutionary, because it really isn't like this idea of like, oh, I engage in the exchange of goods, and I actually, when I receive the money, I produce the good and give it to you. Let's see, negative, maybe next week for Black Eye Club and course, the curse though. Oh yeah, you're negative. Oh yeah, you're saying that you're pumped for hell about correcting yourself. Yeah, like I said, you can watch my reviews. I might go. I'm not sure if I go into spoilers, but you can go onto the Substack Evelay, and I'll say so. If you check out my links here, so like I said, but so there we go. The books are good. The community is equally good. People like you and Merc making content, good stuff. Yeah. Well, I'd say, I don't know. I have been, I can't, people don't like it when I talk down on myself. And people generally like what I do. So, and like I said, I know I've gotten a review on Apple Podcasts saying that somebody started listening to me because they were looking for a Rippaverse podcast, and it kind of scratched the itch for them. And I would say there probably are multiple people like this. But if you go to my Substack, so I put the link tree here. So this will take you to my Substack, and you can check out all of the reviews that I've done. And I did watch Avatar and The Last Airbender. I made a video, and I put in a bunch of footage from the movie and from the original show, and Paramount copyrighted, so I didn't upload it to YouTube. So like the reach of it got like basically capped to hell. But anyways, you can check out, like, here you go. These are, the Black Eye Club review, and you can read my review. My reviews are always quite short. But if you're just interested on what I think about the books, then you can just check them out. And you can also always just search, that, and you see the cursed. So anyways, that's how it is. But subscribing to the Substack, of course, guys, you can always become a paid subscriber. So I've got paid subscriptions here. If you guys want to, pay $5 a month and support what I do, that would be much appreciated. But of course, that's my dashboard. It's like muscle memory for me to do that, because I check it so often. Because where like you upload a lot of stuff. So yeah, we got Zay Comics going, so it'll be live streaming soon. So like Jeremy from G&G says, I'm just a retard on the internet making videos, haha. Yeah, definitely. It definitely is what I am. But anyways, like I said, see you later on. So Zay Comics is going to be, no, I've got over 2,000 posts on Substack, and I haven't made I've made 100. Well, I got somebody who went in for a year subscription, which was like $100 or so, and I got 80 from that, and he did not renew, sadly. Too sad face. But like I said, if you guys want to support me, I do. I was referring to me, Joker. Oh yeah. Well, I'll include myself on that. I think your videos are pretty good, Mark. But yeah, that's basically what we all are. And plus, it's nice to have some humility and say I'm just some random dumbass making low quality videos about comic books and other miscellaneous topics on the internet. Don't take me seriously. But yeah, but like I said, if somewhere in the retardation I have broadcasted out the internet, you guys have gotten any value, I would implore you to go to my Substack and become a paid subscriber for $5 a month, and that would be nice, because especially if you guys like the stream, then it'd be nice to have some money coming in to pay for the StreamYard subscription. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, when I got a chance to check out Rippa HQ's video on the Horseman, will do. Yeah, definitely need to like get into Ripa HQ is cool, and he was like here before the stream started saying that he was hyped, so he's a fan. There are spoilers for Horseman and Alpha Core Free. Okay, so I'm gonna read Alpha Core Free this. I've read I've read all the Horseman books. I just need to read Alpha Core Free, which I've been slacking. But I'll read Alpha Core number 3, Dirty Deeds 1, and then Gloss Free, Great War Separation Free. And I'm gonna read that all before tomorrow night. Yeah, Alpha Core Free probably definitely is good. I've heard really good things about Dirty Deeds. Like I said, I'm gonna read all those books and then I'm just going to like slam out the reviews over the next couple of days. So be excited for that. But anyways, I am going to leave it here. Like I said, I have some friends coming over. But like I said, there will be a live stream tomorrow night on Toxic Nick's channel. Glad you enjoyed Alpha Core Free, Garfield. But there will be a live stream tomorrow on Toxic Nick's channel. So there will be another, and we will be talking about Whippiverse books. We haven't really set what we'll be talking about in stone, but there's a lot of books, so we'll probably be hopefully talking about it all. Like I said, I'm going to read all the books that I have, so I can basically say, hey, I can talk about them all. But yeah, going to Zayd's channel. So go to Zayd Comics. Bible study? No, not a Bible study. That would be like more like a Sunday thing, but no, these are not religious friends of mine. These aren't church friends. No. Just going to hang out with some friends. I was going to do it Saturday night, but then I remembered I had the live stream with Toxic Nick on Saturday, so I had to move it up to the day, and I was able to get it done. So, and it's supposed to be at like 8, so like 20 minutes from now, and I want to make sure that like I'm ready. But anyways, I'm going to go out. Yeah, it'll be fun. Anyways, I'm going to head out. Like I said, tune in tomorrow. There'll be an episode of Braxcast. There will be that. Hopefully, a whole bunch of reviews coming out in the next couple of days, God willing. But I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, you guys had a good one. Joker is out.